This isn't the only thing I'm gonna discuss tonight. I have some other things I'm gonna discuss as well. But thank y'all for being here, moderators. If you're here, channel members. Shout out to Swing Out. He just gifted 5 people with memberships in the chat room. So salute to him for his generosity. I like seeing when people are able to do that because that's a feature that they added in. Where you can, it's sort of like Twitch, where you can give people memberships. I think that's cool. So let's see who's here. Let's see who's here early. I like when people are here early. Um, Raphael, Aboa, Sovereign, Sailor Boy, Shy Socks, Zeke, Charm, Dan, Kimberly was good. Appreciate it. XL Pro, Shy Socks, Gemini was good. Swing Out, Troy, Nate, Raina Woman was gifted a membership. Denise E, Rena, Chris. I don't know if any of y'all are here. If you're here, let me know in the chat room. See Christina. I guess everybody that's here. Thank y'all for being here. I've spoken about these two. I've spoken about Samantha and I've spoken about Tyrese. And I tell y'all, she really did not have a good reason for leaving this man. Only she thought that he would take care of her financially while she got to date the men that she always wanted to date. Let's be real about this. What's good, Dab? Dwayne, make sure y'all get the likes up. You see, these women make these mistakes, man. They make these mistakes and then they end up regretting them. Let's see. And I think that she's somebody that is going to regret what she has done. Because if this is true, what Tyrese is saying, and I have no reason to think that he's lying, she did try to get back with him because she realized how tough it was going to be to get money out of him. And I think that she said, you know what, maybe I should go back. So why leave in the first place unless you thought you were going to be able to, live off his money? Why you got to be with the men you always want to be with? Because, Tyrese said something very interesting in his rant, and I went over it. He said that he didn't want to tell people the guy that she was dating right after they started dating. So this woman didn't even give herself a chance to heal. She was already in another relationship. You know what I'm saying? Obviously with a man that wasn't doing much for her. Y'all see how women just leave a good situation just so they can go and be with a guy that does hardly anything for them, to the point to where Tyrese says this woman was about to lose her townhouse. She was about to lose her townhouse. And she wanted to reconcile me, but I was already with somebody else. She waited until Tyrese was with another woman. Now she wants to come back. But publicly, she's acting like she doesn't want him. Y'all see how crazy that is? Privately, you're trying to get back with somebody, but you're trying to run their pockets in court. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Well, in the minds of Western women, it makes a whole lot of sense. But we're going to get into that. We'll get into some other things as well. But again, make sure that y'all like the stream. I posted a video today. I don't know if y'all saw it. It was on my Basic Social Politics channel. What's up, Raina Woman? And I talked about the conservative pastor, right? who ended up losing his life, right? Because his secret got out there that he likes to dress up like women, right? That whole scenario reminds me of this show that was on the Sci-Fi Channel. I can't think of the name. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel for like maybe 3 years or so, around 2010 and 2011, 2012, right? And it was a show about, it was like one of these, post-apocalyptic shows, right? And I think it was set in St. Louis. I can't think of the name. And humans and I think aliens were mixing with each other. And there was this one guy who was like a mayor, right? He was a human mayor, but he would cross dress like an alien. And he would go to this party and he would be like this, sort of like this, they have like this hierarchy of aliens, and, they were, considered, and he would cross dress like an alien, even though he was a human mayor, he had power and say so. And that whole scenario reminded me that I cannot think of the show. It was on Sci-Fi Channel around maybe 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. I used to watch the show. I can't even remember the name. The guy, he was like a single dad to like I think it was a half alien girl. Y'all know, maybe y'all don't know. I think I watched a little bit too much TV, man. But it was a good show to me. That's when Sci-Fi was actually putting out good original programming. But it kind of reminded me of that, and people got to understand the internet ain't for everything. If you have certain kinks or fetishes, you need to leave it outside of social media, because if people find out, it's going to be exposed, especially when you are considered a man whose ideology, doesn't mesh very well. If you're telling people about transitioning, but you're supposed to be a conservative mayor, things are going to, Defiance. The name of the show was Defiance. I believe Defiance was the name of the show. And it was on Sci-Fi Channel over 10 years ago, right? And if you have a certain thing that you like to do, don't bring it onto social media, because when somebody finds out and expose it, it could ruin your life, okay? The internet ain't for everything. Some things need to be left off of social media. Now, let me get into this, what Tyrese had to say about his ex-wife. She reminds me of a lot of Western women. These women, they'll have a good situation and they will sabotage it. There was a woman that I used to talk to here and there years ago, and she told me herself that she left a good man. Now this is a single mother. She was dating a man that was a little bit younger than her. He accepted her as a single mother. He did a lot for her, right? But instead of her embracing that, she left him, right? And I think it's because when women get into a good situation, they don't know how to handle it. I don't think that Samantha is used to being around men that take care of her. I really don't. I think she's used to taking care of men and doing things for men. She's not used to being in a situation where she's being taken care of. Her mother is in her ear, because she tried to say, and Tyrese called it out, she tried to say that it was other people. No, Tyrese like, no, the only person that you're around is your mother. Your mother is the one that's in your ear telling you to leave me. Her mother sabotaging her relationship, because maybe her mother wishes she was with a Tyrese. But a lot of Western women do this, and then they wonder why men are going overseas to get women. It's because a lot of you Americanized women are ruined. You are destroyed. You're unwifeable. So I can believe that she tried to go back to Tyrese. When he left her, when she realized that she wasn't going to get half his money, and she had to pay a lot of the bills on her own. That's why she's on YouTube telling you telling you guys, giving you dating advice. Now, again, she could do whatever she wants to, but I mean, she's on YouTube like giving advice when like her own situation ain't the best. Tyrese, like, she trying to come back, but you're trying to run my pockets in court. How does that work? You can't even afford to stay in your townhouse. I just want to know what type of men was she dating after Tyrese, to the point to where she was trying to get back with Tyrese. Again, make sure y'all like the stream. Just look at this article. Look at this article. Because I'm about to get put out of my place. Tyrese shuts down his ex-wife's claims of reconciliation, says she wanted to come back because she couldn't afford her townhome. Where she should have knew that before you left him. You should have knew that finances was going to be tough. But see, she thought she was going to get his money. She thought she was going to get his money. And it didn't work out, ladies. Ladies, instead of going after a man's money, actually get into a relationship with a man because you actually want to be with him. Because these gold digger tactics are not going to always work, okay? Y'all got to stop listening to these heifers on YouTube giving y'all gold digger advice. It ain't always going to work out. Shout out to Zeke. This woman will leave the good man a lot faster than the toxic man they'll complain about. Typical. Absolutely. The same heifers who get on YouTube and make videos about Dusties, guess what type of man they date the majority of the time? It's the Dusties. The type of men that they're giving their bodies to are Dusties. They're not good men. They're not leveling up. None of these heifers are leveling up. Look at Samantha. Samantha is not an ugly woman at all. But she can't pull another Tyrese. You know why? Because she doesn't want another Tyrese. Or if she does date a guy like Tyrese, she wants a broke Tyrese. These women ain't used to being... She thought she would live off his money while she date bums. Men that can't do nothing for her. If she was actually a woman that could get men like Tyrese, she wouldn't have to go back to Tyrese. She wouldn't have to try to reconcile with Tyrese because she already replaced him with a guy that could do these things for her financially, but she hasn't. You know why? Because she's not used to that. She got lucky and got with Tyrese. She got lucky. R&B singer Tyrese is not letting his ex-wife Samantha Lee have the last word after she expressed that she wanted to reconcile in a recent interview. Nearly 2 weeks ago, Samantha revealed that outside influences and venting to the wrong people led to her filing for divorce in September of 2020. Their proceedings lasted for almost 2 years, just 1 year less than they were married after tying the knot in 2017. Lee says she listened to close friends, including a therapist, who all advised her to let their marriage go. These are not the type of people you should want around you, because what exactly did Tyrese do for them to tell you to leave him? Gibson hit back, claiming she was gaslighting him in her recent remarks and called her selfish for abandoning the marriage and leaving their family home with their daughter, Soraya, who was a year old at the time. And y'all got to remember, this was around COVID. This was around COVID when she pulled this. After receiving backlash and criticism, the 34-year-old said that she would not be silenced and praised herself for taking accountability for her part and demise of their union. I am not allowing this to be twisted. I took accountability in that interview. I don't take anything back that I said. When you grow and you learn and you're in a relationship with people, you grow from those relationships. You have to take accountability for what you did and your part in it. Lee explained in a video on Instagram Live, it's not healthy to always blame other people. You have to own your stuff and let that be that. And that's what I'm going to do. She continued, you can say whatever you want about me. Most of you guys don't know half of the story. You don't need to know half of the story. All you need to know is that I took accountability, and I'm glad that I did. I'm happy that I did. The mother of one said it makes no sense for her to preach accountability on her social media platforms and not walk the same walk. She said a lot of the time people get into blame shifting and doing a lot of things instead of sitting in the seat and just saying, you know what? There are things I could have done better. Hopefully someone can learn from my mistakes. Let me break this down. We're going to play what she actually says so y'all can see the body language. She's only doing this because y'all got to understand she has a YouTube platform. That's where she makes her money. Maybe she makes money doing other things, probably doing courses. I mean, who knows? She's probably doing YouTube courses. Who knows? But she has an audience of majority men on YouTube. She makes money pandering to men. So she has to. You know what I'm saying? Because she can't post videos and go live and have y'all asking her questions about Tyrese. That's the only reason why she did this. This is why Tyrese was pissed. Tyrese was pissed because he knows that she is one way privately and another way publicly. If you taking accountability for your actions, why are you taking this man to court trying to squeeze every dime you can out of him? Right? Using that child to do it. That's not taking accountability. That's you trying to finesse. And that is why people are getting at you, because they think that you're trying to finesse this man out of his money. Again, make sure y'all like the stream.
I'm not gonna allow this to be twisted. I took accountability in that interview. I don't take anything back that I said. When you grow and you learn and you're in relationships with people and you go from those relationships and you grow from those relationships, you have to take accountability for what you did and your part in it. It's not healthy to always blame other people. You have to own your stuff and let that be that. And that's what I'm going to do. And so you can say whatever you want about me. You can say whatever you want. Most of you guys don't know half of the story. You don't need to know half of the story. All you need to know is that I took accountability, and I'm glad that I did. I'm happy that I did. And I don't take that back. No matter how crazy it's gotten. I would never seen that coming, but I'll take it back. So cool. But again, you can't ask people to, I can't go on my platform and I can't say that, ask for people to take accountability for their actions.
No, listen, reigning woman, you might be right, but sometimes there are wolves in sheep's clothing. Some women are very good at presenting themselves a certain way. They can make you believe that they are good women. They can make you believe that they are wife material. Some women are very good at that, but they will reveal them. If you give them everything too soon, like a ring, Tyrese should have made her wait like 10 years. Look at Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard was with his wife for over 10 years. They had children together. And then as soon as he marries her, he realizes it was a mistake. Once he put a ring on her finger, he couldn't wait to get out that marriage. What happened? This is all about preserving her social media following. This is all about making sure that people people continue to follow and support her. That's what this is about. That's Tyrese's girlfriend, Zelly. That's the woman that he refuses to leave to get back with Samantha. And if Samantha's really out here dating, you know, bummies, I see why Tyrese don't want to get back with her. He's seen the type of dude she been dating and say, oh no, I don't want to get back with you. Hell no. Yeah, Damian Lillard definitely threw Portland away.
And I don't take accountability for mine. And so at the end of the day, I can't preach, oh, accountability, take accountability, or say women should take accountability, and I don't. I think that it's important for me too, without shading somebody else, without saying, oh, they did this or they did that. And a lot of times we can get into that. We can get into blame shifting and doing a lot of things instead of just sitting in that seat and just saying, you know what? There are things I could have done better, and hopefully somebody can learn from my mistakes.
Well, you can take one step in that right direction, Samantha, and this will be my advice to you. Again, I want to reiterate that I have nothing against her. She's not my enemy. I don't have any hate towards Samantha. I just believe that her saying these things publicly, but then trying to squeeze every dime you can out of Tyrese, it's not matching up. I'm sorry. It's not matching up. Now, if you want him to help take care of the child, I understand that. But if you're trying to squeeze every dime you can, you're trying to get the prenup thrown out so you can get more money. That is not a good look. You look like a gold digger doing that, and you do look like a hypocrite. That is hypocritical behavior. And you're on YouTube giving men advice. How can you give men advice and you're taking your ex-husband to court who you left? And not only are you trying to get child support increases, but you're trying to get the prenup thrown out. It goes against everything you're saying. You say that you take accountability, but what about the fact that you're still got Tyrese tied up in court? The man said that he spent almost $1 million fighting you in court. Why does he have to fight you in court? You have a solid prenup. Why are you trying to get the prenup thrown out? But you're on social media saying that you're taking accountability. We still don't see it. You got to do more. You can take accountability by stop these court proceedings, but because you've always wanted his money, you haven't done that yet. You're still in court fighting him in court over the prenup. And that's why people see you as a gold digger and why more people are siding with Tyrese. There was a time when people used to make fun of Tyrese and say that, he needs to get over his ex. But when you see what's going on, it makes you understand why he's ranting. It really does. Because this woman is claiming she's taking accountability, but she's still trying to fight for his money, even though they were only married for less than 3 years? I mean, she has over 100,000 subscribers. I wouldn't say it's popping. I mean, the viewership is very average, but she gets a lot of views from the shorts. She puts up a lot of shorts and she gets a lot of views on that. But her channel is very average as far as viewership is concerned, from what I have seen. I don't go over there too much. I went over there once or twice, and that was when I was doing some content about her and Tyrese previously. But it ain't popping like that. And I will tell you, males that are over there, what exactly are you looking for? Are you just looking to get her attention, or are you actually getting information from her that betters your life? You know what I'm saying? Let's play this.
I don't allow this to be twisted. I took accountability in that interview. I don't take anything back that I said. When you grow and you learn and you're in relationships with people and you go from those relationships and you grow from those relationships, you have to take accountability for what you did and your part in it. It's not healthy to always blame other people. You have to own your stuff and let that be that. And that's what I'm going to do. And so you can say whatever you want about me. You can say whatever you want. Most of you guys don't know half of the story. You don't need to know half of the story. All you need to know is that I took accountability, and I'm glad that I did. I'm happy that I did. And I don't take that back. No matter how crazy it's gotten. I would never seen that coming, but I'll take it back.
It got crazy because you basically are putting on a front for the people, for your audience, and you're trying to tell them that you were accountable, but you're still fighting him in court for not only for child support, but to get the prenup thrown out. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to squeeze Tyrese for every dime you can to supplement your lifestyle. So no, you're not taking accountability. You need to take accountability for the fact that you left because you didn't want to be with Tyrese. You like, well, I can do what I want to do and live off his money. This is why you have to look past the looks. Tyrese looked at her and immediately wanted a relationship and wanted a family and have her as his wife, when inside that's not who she is. Shout out to Raphael with the super chat. To watch out for these women that love clout. They are a chameleon. Absolutely. Appreciate it, Raphael. And you know what's funny? Right after she broke up with Tyrese is when she started to do this social media thing. And, you know, I want, you can't just be verbally accountable. Your life has to be about accountability. Why are you fighting Tyrese in court is what we want to know. Why are you still trying to go after his money? Why are you still trying to go after his money? This man says he spent almost $1 million trying to fight you in court because not only do you want a child support increase, but you're trying to get the prenup thrown out. No, you're not being accountable. You are being a gold digger. Shout out to Eric Square. Says she says accountability when she means she's trying to justify her action, laugh it off. Right.
So cool. But you know, again, you can't ask people to, I can't go on my platform and I can't say that, ask for people to take accountability for their actions and I don't take accountability for mine.
She says she can't go on her platform and tell people to take accountability and she not take. Y'all see this shit, man? Y'all see this bullshit? Do y'all see this bullshit? This is all about her.
She says accountability when she means she's trying to justify her actions and laugh it off.
Right. Laughing it off. That's what it's about. It's about preserving what she has. That's what it's all about. Preserving. And she don't want to go on her platform. She said, I'm not going to take that to my platform and be like, you know, be accountable. And I'm not. That's just like me being a married man, getting on here and telling men that they're dumb and stupid if they ever get married. Well, I must be dumb and stupid because I have a wife. But I'm telling you, you're dumb and stupid if you're out here trying to get married. Right? Or I'm telling me, you know, say, leave that woman. Leave, and I'm still happily with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like that is hypocritical behavior. I'm sorry. It is. Now, if I left my wife and said I'm done with that, and I'm telling you the pitfalls and the mistakes of marriage, I've shown you, just like I told you. I said marriage was BS, and I showed you by divorcing my wife, right? That was a bad situation that I got out of. And I am warning you. Right before I first started making videos, there was a content creator I watched. He was talking about how bad marriage was. He was married, but he ended up leaving his wife, right? He spoke it and he did it also with his actions, right? You have to be able to do both. You can't sit up there and be hypocritical.
And so at the end of the day, I can't preach, accountability, take accountability, or say women should take accountability, and I don't. I think that it's important for me too, without shading somebody else, without saying, oh, they did this or they did that. And a lot of times we can get into that. We can get into blame shifting and doing a lot of things instead of just sitting in that seat and just saying, you know what, there are things I could have done better. And hopefully somebody can learn from my mistakes.
Let's see. What else is here? It says Lee previously described herself as extremely emotional person who often overthinks and overanalyzes what her partner may be lacking, but Gibson disputed her entire argument, stating that she only wanted to reconcile because she was on the verge of homelessness. Y'all see that? She was on the verge of homelessness. If y'all can read that. He says that she was on the verge of homelessness. She texts me and she says, can you watch Soraya for the next 2 weeks? Because I'm about to get put out of my place, said Gibson during a separate chat with a friend on Instagram Live. I can't afford to live there anymore. I got to downsize and move into something else, and my effing heart dropped. The Shame singer said he was shocked that she called to reconcile a year after they had been separated, but it was completely disingenuous. It wasn't real, Gibson said. It was not a God moment. It wasn't you realizing that leaving your husband and your family, as harsh, as heartless, as traumatic, as vile, as calculated as that was, you did not feel any way about leaving your husband and your family. The Fast 10 rapper, a Fast X 10 actor, claims Lee only wanted to reconcile because you couldn't stay in your townhouse. He said after 2 of Samantha's friends called him to advocate for the reconciliation on her behalf. Yo, those were the same 2 friends that told her to leave him. That's the crazy thing, probably. He told them to have her call him. I got sent this clip like a few days ago. I got sent this clip now. When Tyrese said this, I chuckled. I chuckled because I think this happens a lot more than y'all think, man. These women leave these men, and when they realize the grass is not greener on the other side, you know what they do? They want to reconcile. They want to fix things. Well, you should have tried to fix things before you left because you thought things were going to be better without them. Okay?
I'm about to get put out of my place. I can't afford to live there anymore. So then 3 days later, after wrestling with, man, what was that call about? She texts me and she says, can you watch Soraya for the next 2 weeks? Because I'm about to get put out of my place. I can't afford to live there anymore. I got to downsize and move into something else. And my fucking heart dropped because I said, wow, you called me after almost a year to finally have this conversation about reconciliation, which was disingenuous. It wasn't real. It was not a God moment. It wasn't you realizing that leaving your husband and your family, as harsh and as heartless and as traumatic and as vile and calculated as that was, you did not feel a way about leaving your husband and your family. You were entertaining reconciliation because you couldn't afford to stay in your townhouse anymore. She had 2 friends to call me, and she's like, oh man, Sam's about to call you. She wants to reconcile. She said that God has really showed her that she wants to
see,
a marriage and family.
Y'all better stop playing with God. Why y'all be playing with God? Y'all love to mention God when y'all are doing something grimy. And then you wonder why your lives be what it is. You're mentioning God, playing to a person's faith, because you think that by reaching in and playing into that person's faith that you're going to get what you want. That's just not how it works, people. That is not how it works. That's not how it's gonna work.
So I get on the phone with these two friends, happens to be Aventer, and I get on the phone and I'm talking and I'm listening, and I'm like, okay. So then tell Sam to call me. So she called and we talked. We were on the phone for about 3 hours. And the first thing I had to say to her was, you'll notice how fast I called you back, which means I don't need 10, 12 chasing me, trying to talk me into anything. And I don't want to play this game. I've been chasing you for almost a year. Now that you're ready to finally get back into marriage, I want you to chase me. I want to play a game. I'm not playing no game. I'm going to get on the phone and we're going to talk about it. So after we talked for like 3 hours, I told her the first thing, you may call Zelly or think of Zelly as some influencer, fat booty, vixen. You may put her in the category of whatever you as a woman put her in the category of, but this is my girl. I'm in a full-on relationship. You left me. I have not talked to you. I have not been able to get you to call me back. You have literally left me, this marriage and this family for dead, and everything that you've accused me of in this paperwork and everything that has been revealed to me about your intentions, I can't unsee that. I can't unfeel that. I can't undo that.
See, this is what happens when chasing the bag goes wrong. These women they don't care about it. These men are just a check to them, and it's sad. I see why these dudes be chasing the IG models, because they, even if you date a woman that's a little bit more regular, if she ain't used to being with a man who's treating her good, she's gonna sabotage that situation, her and the people around her. And what's crazy is that the same people that called Tyrese to say, hey, you should get back with her, are probably the same people who told her to leave Tyrese. And because she was about to get put out of her townhouse, that's why she wanted to reconcile. Now, ever since then, maybe because he started to pay her child support, maybe that's why she's been able to stay at that townhouse. But she should downsize, because if you don't have that type of money coming in, why are you staying in something that you can't afford? You know what I'm saying? It's just where we are. I see why Tyrese wants nothing to do with her. Let's play this again. Oh, can we play it again? Let's see. Let's go. Hey, this another video clip here. It's another video clip here. Tyrese's girlfriend Zelly isn't happy with him having to kiss two girls in the movie, and she claims the actors. I guess they're just sharing weird videos. I think that's it. As far as but didn't Zelly do something to try to embarrass this guy? Like, come on. But yeah, that's what I had to say about this. Yeah, that's Tyrese and that's Zelly. That's his current girlfriend. I thought Zelly too was like a rebound. Somebody that he's gonna be dating, because he's not with Samantha anymore. He needs basically a shoulder to cry on, so to speak. That's how I saw it as. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to some other topics while I'm live. Make sure y'all like the stream. Let's talk about Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy is releasing new music, and people are saying that he might have been cheated on recently by Jeannie Mai, and that's why he decided to. Because y'all got to understand, men don't file for divorce. Men don't file for divorce often, and when they do, the woman had done something crazy. Well, according to this article here, Fans are saying Jeezy is throwing shade at Jeannie Mai on a new album about forgiveness as she shares video with their daughter. Jeezy's new double album, I Might Forgive, But I Don't Forget, tackles the rapper's trauma, obstacles, and personal growth as he states in a press release. This extremely topical as he's pending divorce from his wife, Jeannie Mai, is still fresh on fans' mind. The rapper's music has evolved over the years in the same way that Jay-Z and Nas' music has. After gaining notoriety as a trap music pioneer, the 46-year-old has changed his tune to start conversations about personal struggles. That's how it always ends, man. These guys go from trapping to talking about real issues. Look at Waka, you know? One of the most recent struggles came after he filed for divorce from ex-wife on September 14th. News about their split hung around both parties as they tried to continue on their lives while still living in the same household with their daughter, Monaco. Since then, every move that Mai and Jeezy have made have been scrutinized by fans who either want them to work it out or believe they know why they broke up. Many question if Jeezy may discuss their marriage or relationship on the double album with titles like They Don't Love Me, Trust No One, Don't Deserve Me, and Don't Cheat. Fans believe that this was proof of the rumors that Mai had been unfaithful in their relationship. Well, him filing for divorce doesn't help it. The project rollout continued as Jeezy recently dropped 2 lists of people that he might forgive this week. One list has his mother, his past, and himself. The other, he had Shawty Red, Carbon 15, Blood Raw, Dread, Ralphie Sims, Blue Da Vinci, Clem, Kinky B, all of whom he had beef with at one point. What about Gucci, man? Did him and Gucci squash it for good? Did him and Gucci squash it for good? I mean, that beef was, this is noticeably left off were the people like his father, Gucci Mane, and Jeannie Mai. I think they may have real beef that will never go away. Accompanying each list was an audio track of one of Jeezy's new songs. Some of the lyrics could be heard were ungrateful. I guess ungrateful A ends. These ungrateful A H's, they gon' F around and sink the Titanic. They don't care about your dreams. They don't care about your goals. Man, these ends give a F about devotion. Fans who saw the list and heard Jeezy's new music thought he was pouring his heart out on the track, but not everybody agreed if it was for the best. One fan said, "You can tell he been hurt because he haven't went this hard in a hot minute. Talk that talk." While another person commented, "This kind of toxic or just me? LOL. You might forgive. Nah, forgiveness is for you, not them." As always, the comments about Jeezy reached their way to Mai's page. She shared a couple of Halloween posts of her and Jeezy's daughter, and while most fans were talking about how cute the 1-year-old is, others talked about the baby's father. One commenter said, "Jeannie, you are raising your daughter with appreciation for the regular childhood. I can tell you how much I enjoy watching her out there learning all kinds of cool stuff. No one can shade you ever, not even Jeezy. Stay grounded." Well, I mean, it would be messed up if this dude got cheated on with Mario Lopez. I mean, but we talking about liberal women, man. Liberal women are only loyal to themselves. Liberal women have no loyalty. And if you exert yourself in a relationship, they're going to turn on you. They're going to try to take that control back. All right? They're going to try to take that control back. That's what liberal women do. Liberal women will fight tooth and nail to maintain control in their relationship. So I could see a situation where, he was exerting his authority and she didn't like it, and she decided to do something to get back at him, and got caught on purpose. I mean, women do these types of things, self-sabotage, right? Self-sabotage. She wants to, I saw, they didn't say that she want to raise her daughter non-binary. That's why they chose the name Monaco, because, it's more of a male's name than a female, right? And, she wants to raise the child to be more non-binary. This is why I think Jeezy need to make sure that once this divorce is finalized, he makes sure that he gets at least joint custody, and don't allow her to become the primary caregiver, because what she's going to do is she's going to try to definitely and that, I think it's probably for the best that it's not a boy, because if it was a boy, she'd really try to indoctrinate him into wanting to be her, right? She would definitely try to indoctrinate him into being her. But when men are filing for divorce, and I'm going to keep saying this, that woman did something real messed up, because men do not file for divorce unless he feels like he made a mistake, or that woman is not who he thought he was. And I go back to Damian Lillard. You be with this woman for over a decade, you have children with her, and then you marry her, and then a year later you're living in a separate place. What could have possibly went wrong? Did he realize too late that he had made a mistake? Maybe that's what happened here. Maybe he realized, man, I really messed up when I got married to this person who I don't really know like that. Right? So, especially us as black men, we have to be careful who we're wifing up. Too many of us wife up women for the wrong reasons. Maybe he genuinely thought that Jeannie Mai was the one. But bro, you have to look at her dating history. Look at what she has said about black men. She's not changed. She's not changed. Her first husband, that marriage ended in a disaster, right? And you're trying to wife up this person? Like, what are you doing here? I think he realized he made a mistake. So, let's see. Where we at? Oh yeah, let me get to this. Speaking of making a mistake, man, let's get to Al Pacino, man. Let's get to Al Pacino. What is going on with Al Pacino, man? One of the great actors, one of my favorite actors in Hollywood. This man is going out sad, man. 83 years old. 83 years old, Al Pacino is going to have to pay his 29-year-old, I'm assuming, ex-girlfriend. He's going to have to pay her, what, $30,000 a month in child support? What the hell? 83 years old. This should be some crime against the elderly. Like, this heifer couldn't wait to get a baby by him and leave him. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens. You dudes that chase after these young women, at some point, you will have to stop those activities, because if you're a man with money and means and you in your 70s and 80s chasing 20-year-olds, they get a baby by you, it's over. She's gonna take your money and she's gonna be tricking it off on some on some young dude, man. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on out here? This is why at some point you got to stop chasing these young heifers, because they're fertile, and if they have your child, it's a wrap. This according to Lod Bible. Al Pacino has been slapped with an eye-watering child support bill by a Los Angeles judge. The Scarface star, who's 83, has agreed to cough up a hefty amount each month to his girlfriend, Noor Alfala. What is going on here, man? The producer, who was 54 years his junior, gave birth to their son Roman in June. The couple got together on the quiet during COVID before their romance went public in April of 2022. Although sources close to them tell TMZ the pregnancy was unplanned, the pair described it as a really special time for both of them. Just 3 months after Roman was welcomed into the world, Noor filed for physical custody of the tot. She just took the baby, right? But despite submitting legal paperwork in September, she remains in a relationship with Pacino. So wait a minute. So listen, if you had her on like salary, right? If she's if she's getting like a what do you call it? If she's getting some sort of I don't know, she's getting like she's getting paid to be with you, then let it be that. But this woman went the legal route. She submitted paperwork and she went the legal route, which means that if he breaks up with her, he's going to have to pay her. If he's together with her, he's going to have to pay her. She went the legal route. Meanwhile, Al Pacino, he's just happy to get some young bucks, okay? He's happy to get some young bucks. He don't know what's going on, right? So the people around him are allowing this. And I'm saying, like nobody's telling him that he shouldn't be doing this. He's just, The reasons for the custody bid have not been made public, but they have certainly left fans baffled. Whatever works for them. Noor, the filing states, requested that Pacino pay for child support, her legal fees, and any other court-related costs. Though no amount was specified, it did state the court may make orders for support of the child and issue an earnings assessment without further notice to either party. Now the custody arrangement for their 5-month-old son has finally been thrashed out, and the fees have been agreed upon. Pacino will fork out a whopping $30,000 a month to cover the care of Roman. One child. He's paying $30,000 for one child, which could continue to grow based on his annual earnings. Oh my God. All you can do is laugh at this. Bullshit. Oh my God. This reminds me of Anthony Anderson. His wife could get more support if he makes more money. These women are getting smarter. They say, you know what? I don't want to take some flat rate. I want an increase. And mind you, this is an 83-year-old actor. I don't think Al Pacino's working a lot in Hollywood right now, right? Are you serious? An increase for one child? Reports claim that he would have to put up another $90,000 at the end of the year, depending on whatever he rakes in. He already set to dish out $110,000 as an upfront payment to Noor on top of the monthly fee. This is sick. The cinematic legend will also pay for his son's schooling, with an annual $15,000 payment being put in an education fund, which will be on standby for when the child is older. Pacino also responsible for the wages of a night nurse, which has set him back another $13,000 a month. So what the hell is she paying for? If Al Pacino is paying for schooling, he's paying for the nurse, what does she need $30,000 for? Other expenses that he has already taken on for Noor and Roman will also presumably fall on him. This is an 83-year-old man, okay? The actor is also on the hook for his youngest son's future health needs, meaning he will shoulder any expenses that aren't covered by the baby's health insurance. After hammering out the financial detail, the couple also agreed on a custody arrangement. Pacino and Noir were granted joint legal custody, but Noir will maintain primary physical custody of their child. Prior to Pacino's newest addition, the A-list had already a father of 3 children with 2 different women. He has 22-year-old twins, Anton and Olivia, with Beverly D'Angelo, whom he dated from 97 to 2003, and one 33-year-old daughter, Julie Marie, with acting coach Jan Tarrant. This is sick. This is sick. How does Heifer gonna get an increase? Increase on what? There's an actor strike. He can't work right now. So what increase is she gonna get? And why are they allowing these women to get increases? Do y'all see how it is? And they're still together. So he's basically paying her to be his girlfriend. Listen, they should have just hammered out a contract that said, listen, I'll pay you this. But she took the legal route. She went and got a lawyer and did it the legal way. So everything will be in writing. So if he breaks up with her, he'll be on the hook regardless, whether he's with her or not. Gentlemen, don't be so desperate for box that you become an old man and you out here paying child support to a woman that you still in a relationship with. Do not be that man. Do not be that man. This is sickening. This is absolutely sickening. It really is. And this is why I tell y'all, man, only have children with a woman that you know, like he had already had his children. I'm trying to figure out how after all these years he fathered it with her. This woman finessed this guy. Now, according to his people, they're saying it was unplanned. They're saying that it was unplanned. But this is still absolutely sickening. You know what I'm saying? Gentlemen, don't get to an age where you just accept anything. Don't do it, okay? There's more going on out here than y'all just being this desperate to have a woman. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's here. Salute to Eric Square. What's up, everybody in the chat? I see you. J. Thomas, J. Mir, Mode, Sarah Lou, what's up? Paris was good. Make sure y'all like the stream. You gotta do better, gentlemen. I mean, what the hell, man? Like, what are we doing? Let's talk about this. Shout out to Eric.
She better be careful. If he passes, he's leaving everything to the kid and
Right.
will make it known not 1 cent to be used on her, a way to say,
yeah,
"Got
he ain't
you,
leaving
lol."
Nathan to her. And Al knows this. Al's like, you know what? If I kick the bucket, she ain't getting nothing from my estate. You know what I'm saying? She not getting a dime from my estate. But she'll try. She'll try. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you in here. What's good? Let's talk about Ashanti and Nelly. I've spoken about these two before. Apparently, Ashanti bought Nelly an expensive gift, and a lot of heifers are mad. You know, one of them is Tasha K. Now, I ain't got nothing against Tasha K, but Tasha K represents that sentiment of women that they don't like when women do things for men, even though I'm sure Tasha K does a lot for her husband because she's the breadwinner of the family. Let's be real about this. You ain't never bought your husband nothing expensive. But be that as it may, I noticed that there are a lot of people that don't like her being back with Nelly, even though these same women date the same dysfunctional, fatherless men all the time, right? The same people who have something to say, they be dating these fatherless males, man. You can look in these dudes' eyes and tell something is off. But y'all women chase these guys. Y'all love these guys. Y'all have children with these guys. These guys are mentally unstable, and you're having children with them, and you're trying to have a family with them. But you can look in that man's eyes and say something is off. But be that as it may, They don't like the fact that this adult woman bought something for her boyfriend, even though these two have dated before. They're not strangers. You know, they've dated before. She decided to get back with him when he became single again. Because you gotta remember, Nelly always is in long-term relationships. He was in a long-term relationship with her. He was in a long-term relationship with Chantel Jackson. So that's him. He's not a serial dater. He'll date a woman for like 10 years. And I think that's what drew her back to him, because she knows that he's stable. Like he doesn't have a bunch of women in and out of his life. And she went back to stability. And I guess her way of wanting to that situation to work is, I guess, a show of appreciation by buying them a gift. And the only people that have an issue with this are the type of women who buy their boyfriend stuff all the time. But it's only bad when Ashanti does it. But y'all heifers pay all the bills. These guys don't pay nothing. They living rent free in your house, eating up the food, playing your kids' video games. You know what I'm saying? Driving out your gas. But you want to get online and judge her for what she's doing. Shout out to Raphael. Tasha K cheat on her. Yeah, she did cheat on her husband. I doubt. She says she only did it once. I don't believe that. Whack 100 said that he smashed Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just never know, right? People tell you what they want to tell you, not what is actually facts or the truth, right? What's up, Brian? Is Ashanti doing too much for Nelly? Embattled YouTube blogger Tasha K says Nelly needs to cut the bleep and make it official with Ashanti. Tasha K's credibility, they going in on Tasha K, has been shattered following Cardi B's lawsuit against her. But the blogger is not giving up as she moves on to other commentary about her other celebrities. Unfortunately, the unproblematic Ashanti is the topic of conversation this time. Oh, it's not just Tasha K, it's others. You know, it's others as well. It's not just her. But it seems that social media users are agreeing with Tasha K.
Tasha K cheated on her husband, lol.
Appreciate that, Raphael. On the latest episode of her show, Tasha K says that the couple is doing too much, but she seemed to single out Ashanti for criticism after she was seen over the last weekend throwing 2 birthday parties for Nelly and gifting him an expensive vintage Chevy Impala dream car. Ashanti, you're doing too much. I just want to understand why we need to see his face on a purse, she said, referencing a recent statement piece by Ashanti, because Ashanti wants to be in a relationship with him. She knows that Nelly is very stable. He's not out here just dating random women. Like he's a relationship guy, and Ashanti wants stability. That's why she's doing all this. Tasha K continued, if y'all really together, why y'all need to have 3 to 4 birthday parties? Why you need to buy him a car? Why you need to buy you everything but a ring? She said, questioning Nelly's diamond gifts that he bought for Ashanti's birthday months ago. According to Tasha K, Ashanti was a catch and did not have to be making all that effort for a ring. I disagree. What makes Ashanti a catch? What makes Ashanti such a catch that she can't do things for somebody else? We don't know all the things that Nelly probably showered her with all types of gifts. We don't know. We just see what she's doing for him publicly. But he's probably done a lot for her over the years. That's why she's doing all this. Maybe she don't want to get married. This is what I hear from a lot of women, that maybe Ashanti doesn't want to be married. I'm like, okay. You're supposed to be a high value woman. Okay. You ain't got no kids. You still got your body together, and this man still got a big belly B, and I'm married twice, she said, adding that Ashanti was overdoing it for the ring. Let's see. Still ain't got no ring, and he ain't surprised her with no ring. Dream car. Now, mind you, when they break up, he gonna have another B in the dream car. I know a lot of people are here for this couple, but cut the bleep and just make it official, she said. Ashanti and Nelly reunited almost 10 years after their relationship ended in 2013. They also dated for a decade from 2003 to 2013 before calling it quits. The couple began dating again this year, and it seems that their relationship has taken off, while Ashanti also sharing more of her personal life than usual. Let's see.
Y'all doing too much. I just don't understand why we need to see his face on a purse. If y'all,
I don't want to play too much of her clip. In the meantime, fans agreed with Tasha K. She's speaking facts. I don't give a F. You ain't getting all that after wasting years of my damn time. One fan said that's her man, her business, and also her money. Why do we care? Happiness looks great on people. One fan defended Ashanti and Nelly. Nobody wants to see Ashanti hurt because throughout her career, she's always appeared to be a sweetheart who minds her business. I'm rooting for her and hope that Nelly doesn't mess up his second chance. Love over 40 is real ashy out here, so best of luck to both of them. It's real ashy because y'all make it ashy. Y'all be choosing the wrong men over and over and over. Like, listen, ladies, if you keep choosing the wrong men consistently, then of course it's going to be bad out here because the men who you should be with have already made their choice. So now you're left out here in the cold, single, and you want to look at celebrities for encouragement. How about you look at yourself for encouragement? Encourage yourself and stop letting celebrities be the encouragement. Let's do that. Okay, let's have more of, encouraging thyself instead of, whatever it is y'all trying to do here. All right. So I want to talk about that. Salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to everyone that is here. On a second, I'm gonna make sure this. I didn't miss anything. Let me play this video. This was actually something I was gonna speak about in my previous live stream. I don't know if y'all have seen this video. There is a TikToker. She's also on YouTube. And her name is Just Yoshi. And Just Yoshi is talking about all these people who are living in storage units in Atlanta. So I'm going to let Just Yoshi tell y'all about these people living in these storage units in Atlanta. Y'all remember, right before I get to this video, do y'all remember when I made a video about NBA All-Star Weekend being in Atlanta and how there was a bunch of women in U-Hauls, right? Or a bunch of people in U-Hauls in Atlanta, and there was some prostituting going on in those U-Hauls. Like you had literally had women getting out the U-Hauls, you know what I'm saying? Like I made a video about that when they were in Atlanta. I posted that video on my Basic Social Politics channel. Click that link in the description box. The first link, you'll see the channel. This is on brand for what I read from that, and that was what two years ago. I mean, what's going on out there in Atlanta? This is why I tell y'all I will never ever move to Atlanta. Atlanta ain't my type of city. First off, I'm already in a southern state that taxes like crazy. I can only imagine what Georgia's like. And there's just a lot going on there. And notice that there are a lot of black people, a lot of black women that move to Atlanta. It's a lot of black women moving there. But anyway, let's get into Just Yoshi talking about all these people in these storage units in Atlanta.
It's so expensive. You go to the grocery store now, like $100 is nothing. $100 going to the grocery store is nothing but some eggs, 1 pack of ground beef, and that's it. Maybe a bottle of water. That's it. And I heard that people are now renting out storage units and living in them. And I don't blame them people because, honey, rent so high now. What is cheap? Well, how much you rent out a storage unit? Maybe $100 to $200 starting out. At least the smaller storage versus what? 13, 14, 15 to 2,000. You come out cheaper renting out a storage unit. Some people living in hotels, probably coming out cheaper doing that. Rent is so high, y'all, and that's not even. I'm in Atlanta. That's worldwide. Like that's just from state to state. Rent then is going up, but it like increasing with $200 if you renew your lease or stuff. Yeah, child, it's cheaper to rent a storage unit and live there. So I don't blame them people if they trying to save $1. And some people living in their cars, and it's sad that rent high, food high. You gotta pick either you gonna eat or you gonna live. Everything high. It's just sad, y'all. We in a sad situation. People, these jobs don't want to pay no more. It's sad, y'all. It's time to bring out some side hustles. You better do something.
That's why you seeing women getting on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think what happened during the pandemic too, people got comfortable not paying rent, but now they're starting to put people out who are not paying rent, and now you're starting to see them go to storage units. Depending on what type, because some of these storage units, they have heavy security. They have, you got the sign, you have to key in to get in and get out. They just ain't gonna be letting people live there. They ain't gonna let that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Something. You better think of something.
And depending on where you go, though.
You better bake some cakes, go in that corner and sell them cakes and pies and cookies. You better do something. You better stop being so scared and make some money out here because shit, it's high. It's expensive out here to live. So y'all bring out them.
Keep it quilted means you keep it.
Okay. Let's get to these reports. Atlanta among leaders in self-storage construction. Yo, I came across this article. This is from last year. This was an article from last year. And they're saying that Atlanta is the leader in self-storage creation. So they're creating self-storages and people are moving into those self-storages. Do they know something that we don't? Do they know something that we don't? Let's see. The recent news that Atlanta's Botanical Gardens' forthcoming expansion includes a land swap deal that will create a new self-storage facility at the doorstep of Piatt Park and Beltline didn't sit well with everyone, especially irked with urbanists pulling for more active land uses as in-town parcels grow increasing scarce and the city's affordable housing crunch lingers. This is terrible for the neighborhood and the Beltline. 1P Valentin wrote to Urbanize via email regarding the self-storage facility planned near the junction of the East Side Trail and Monroe Drive. Some of you people who are from Atlanta may know these areas. Not at all the direction we should be heading in, but the Virginia Highland plans are a microcosm of a much larger development trend and one that's more pronounced in Metro Atlanta than most other cities. That's according to Rent Cafe's self-storage division, which recently found Metro Atlanta packed on the 6th most self-storage space in the U.S. over the past decade. As the population swelled and construction of the space restricted apartments boomed across the metro. Between 2012 and 2021, according to Rent Cafe's findings, Metro Atlanta added 9.9 million square feet of self-storage facilities and 24% bump in total inventory. This equivalent to 5 times the square footage of downtown Mercedes-Benz Stadium for stuffed lockers. Also means Atlanta metro area now offers 6.6 square feet of self-storage space for every single person, though. That's in line with the national average. The metro in migration and increased demand for self-storage have also bumped up rents around $112 monthly for standard 10 by 10 units. If all that stings, the stats forecast gets worse. More than 1.4 million square feet of self-storage space is set to be delivered across Metro Atlanta in the next 2 years, according to analysts. While self-storage facilities are typically lifeless voids in cities settings, they can play important roles as people move or transition their lives, especially in the wake of what's unknown as 4Ds: dislocation, death, divorce, and disaster. The COVID-19 pandemic also exacerbated the self-storage boom as people purged their homes to make room for office, gyms, and play offices. An earlier, perhaps more troubling report by Rent Cafe is found that the vast majority of Atlanta self-storage development, 87%, is located in urban areas, and almost all that space has come in the form of new buildings. Now, I read all that to say there's been a string of break-ins reported at Metro Atlanta storage facilities. A string of break-ins at storage across the Metro Atlanta area are highlighting an increasing amount of break-ins at similar facilities. Channel 9's Matt Johnson spoke with one woman who lost several family heirlooms, whom says thieves were able to break in without having to break the lock. We just got a call that our unit had been robbed, Ellen McCormick said. Pictures of family jewelry are all McCormick has left of the pieces of jewelry. She told Johnson she had heirlooms in the storage facility while she traveled back and forth from Atlanta and California. McCormick said someone pried the door open around the lock. It was locked, and we had the big lock that we purchased from them, and the unit was broken in with the lock still in place. That's crazy. According to the Atlanta police, at least 3 more break-ins were reported at the public storage on Monroe Drive in November. Records also showed the extra space storage in Lindbergh Drive also reported 2 break-ins. A spokesperson for extra space storage says those break-ins are the first at their location since 2019. They added that state-of-the-art security is in place at all their facilities. Well, it must be an inside job if they have all this state-of-the-art security. That's what I would say. So it's getting rough out here. It really is. People ask me why I'm not moving to Atlanta. Man, why would I even dignify that with a response? You know what I'm saying? But salute to anybody else that's there. All right. Shout out to everybody that's here. I think that's pretty much it for me. Thank y'all for being here. Salute to the moderators, the channel members, the Patreons, the donators tonight. Thank y'all, everybody that was here. I appreciate everyone. It was a good live stream. Make sure y'all click the link in the description box that will take you to all my links. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, Patreon, where I'm still putting up exclusive content there. You can check out some of my most recent videos and show support. You know what I'm saying? Also, you can send me topics through email. You can send me topics as well to my IG. You can tag me on Twitter, X, if y'all want me to see something. But just let me know what's going on out here, you know? And I'll see y'all on the next one, okay? Y'all take care and have a good rest of your night. But they will throw back instrumental. Thank y'all for being here.